Hey everyone, how's it going today? It is Friday, one of my favorite days of the week because that means my husband will be off for Saturday and Sunday, usually. Today I'm going to be bringing you some awesome DIYs with how the world has been changing lately. Face masks have become a part of our attire. They have become fashion statements, and they are everywhere. I have them stuffed in my purse. I have them hanging on random key holders. I have them in my center console. And today I'm going to be showing you some DIYs on how you can hang your masks up within your home. I hope you guys enjoy this. And if you do, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps support my channel. And if you're new to my channel, hello, if you like DIYs and wood signs, then this is the place to be. So make sure to do those two things that I mentioned before. And you guys, excited to let you know, for those of you that have been following me, I do use a lot of my Cameo decals in my DIYs. So I did create an Etsy shop and I will link that down below. So any of the decals that I use today in my video, they will be linked in there and available for you guys to purchase. So you can use them in your own home and with your own crafts. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into these face mask DIY signs. All right, our first DIY is going to be I love you so much clothespin sign. And here it is, adorable. I actually just made this up. I was trying to rhyme and think of something cute and creative, and that's what I came up with. So we're using this Dollar Tree frame. We're going to take her apart, and then we are going to leave the twine on that is horizontal. We're leaving that girl on, but we will be taking off the twine on top because we want it on the opposite side. So make sure to save that if you make this. I'm just gonna cut it off with scissors. It was stapled on, so I couldn't really, there was no easier way to do it. So took that off. And then I'm using Nautical blue FolkArt paint, and I paint that, only needed one coat. If you want longevity on this sign, you guys, use a clear coat. I wish I would have done that now, but And here's the decal I'm using. And like I said, you guys, I do have this posted in my Etsy, so that will be linked down below. All you need is like a library card, a debit card, something to run over the vinyl to make sure that it's adhering to your contact paper. That's what's going to transfer it from its backing to your sign. So I am putting our back piece inside the frame, and I'm sorry you guys, I accidentally cut me painting the frame, but all I did was use mineral chalk paint by Waverly and just kind of did like a distressed kind of look to it. So now I'm taking the vinyl and I'm peeling it back. Make sure you go slowly so that all of your words are attached, because you do not want to rip any of those, because that would be horrible. And now I'm standing up because I eyeball this at first. So I'm going to play around with placement. I'm not pushing it down hard. I am lightly laying this on top. That way I can move it around if I choose to do so. Once I think I know where I want it, I am going to grab a ruler and I'm just going to put it horizontally to make sure that it's not crooked, basically. And it doesn't have to be like exactly perfect. It can be a little lopsided. It's all right. And now that I know where I want it, I'm going to just firmly press down with my fingers. If you do not clear this, I do not suggest using like a library card or anything to like push it down, because it'll leave little scratch marks on, since this is chalk paint. But if you put clear, I mean, it's all fair game. So now I'm taking the transfer paper and I'm peeling it back. Make sure that you go slow if you are using a decal. I feel like some vinyl adheres differently to different paints, surfaces. Sometimes you could just like put it on and take it right off. Sometimes it takes work, like this one did, but you just have to be patient, take your time, keep rubbing those, the letters on, and they will stick on, I promise you. You just have to take your time with them, and you'll see in later DIYs like how different surfaces react to the vinyl. But this is permanent vinyl. All right, now she's off. You guys, look how cute and easy. Look at how easy this has been. And all of it was from the Dollar Tree except the decal. And of course, you don't even have to use the decal. You can use wood letters, you can use the rub-on transfers, maybe just use like a smaller sign. I tried using decorative little clips, but they were too long, unless you just put 2 on there. But these were the clips it came with, and Dollar Tree does sell these little small clothespins, so keep that in mind. Look at how cute. I love the vibrant blue background. Now we are going to take that twine that we cut off earlier, and we are going to just hot glue her to the back. And I don't know why, but I love taking my finger protector and then putting it over it so that like the hot glue smushes on top and it kind of hardens. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but I do that with a lot of my things. Like right when it's almost dry, I put my finger over it and then it like hardens up, and then that way I know it's kind of like everywhere. All right, okay, there she is, you guys. That's how easy, and you're done. Like that's it. And she's adorable. But when I was cutting this vinyl decal, I lost one of the period marks under safe, or under, on the side of safe. So all I'm doing is going in with chalk paint and a little baby brush, and there we go. She's saved. DIY number 2, farmhouse face mask hanger. So right when you see this, you are going to think farmhouse for sure. It's black, it's white, it's classic, it's dry brushed. I mean, she's looking good. Okay, so I took my white chalk paint. I don't know why I don't use like my bigger can of just Rust-Oleum chalk paint for doing projects like this. And I don't know why I used a sponge, because I cannot stand them. They absorb so much paint. Anyways, I'm gonna paint all of this white, and I am gonna do 2 coats of this, but I did not want to bore you with a long painting video, so I decided to cut the second coat out. I know, don't get sad, it's okay. Maybe I'll put it in another video, okay? So I wish I would have used a synthetic brush. I just feel like foam brushes leave so many streak marks and all of that. Meh. Okay. So not my smartest decision ever, but I was like, well, you'll see the sides when you hang it up, so I should paint that white. So of course I painted it white, but you really don't have to, because it's a farmhouse sign and the front is going to be white and black anyway. So it would actually look cute and have a little bit more dimension if you were to just leave the back black. All right, so there we go. So now I'm going to dry brush. I'm taking FolkArt Rich Black, my Dollar Tree brush that I use all the time, wiping all the excess paint off, and then I'm going to go along all those little bumpies. Sorry, my frame is kind of whack. I get so into these like DIYs sometimes, and I forget that I'm filming, and I get like really involved in it, and I'll put them all up in my face, you know? But I'm just dry brushing here, you guys. And then I am going to go on the sides of this, and I am going to go obviously on the front. Is that the front? All right. So here is another DIY, or a decal I made. This will also be available in the Etsy shop. If you do have a Cricut or a Cameo, I will leave the fonts down below for you so you can create your own. And I am going to do the exact same thing I did with the previous ones and just take it off, and you'll see how much easier this one, it like stuck, it peeled off easy, no problem. So of course, positioning this, just making sure that it's straight, it's where I want it before I go to like push it all the way down, because as you can see, that was not where I wanted her. And I am just using 651 permanent matte black vinyl here, and I am using the Duck brand contact paper from Walmart in this video. This transfer paper is super sticky. I'm just really trying to get and use the things that I have. So even though it's not my favorite, I'm just trying to use up the items that I have in my vinyl collection. So there we go. That's how fast that one was. So cute. Yes. So going back and forth with this hook, which I actually took off a coat rack from the Dollar Tree that I used in another project, and I had some left over. And then I ended up painting them matte black outside, just spray paint on them. What am I doing here? I don't know. Lost track of time. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you how I attach these. So I'm putting super glue on. I highly suggest putting just a little dab of hot glue on as well. And I'm trying to get it as flush as I can with this, with the plate. And I did measure this before on my measuring mat and kind of already marked with a pencil. You can see like on the left side, like there's a little dash mark. And then I'm going to put a bunch of hot glue on top of it. So, you know, the back ain't gonna be too pretty, but the front is gonna be a gorge, okay? It's like a mullet. And I lost my train of thought, but there she is. So I don't know why my glue stick is giving that yellowy residue. I don't know why. I don't know why she's doing that. So I'm going to repeat that step for the next two. I believe I put 3 on this. And these hold up. Like after you put that hot glue on the back of them, they're not going anywhere. And keep in mind, these are only going to hold like keys or of course light masks. For these back hangers, you guys, this is just hardware that I've taken off other DIY projects and Dollar Tree frames. So make sure you keep all of that stuff because it always comes in handy. And as you'll see, like in my video, I hung this with those little adhesive hooks from Dollar Tree to display it, and it worked great. They were even, it wasn't going anywhere. The same thing with those hooks. So this definitely 10 out of 10. Well, I made it, so it's kind of like your mom telling you you're cute, you know? So, I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so there we go. Look at how cute. You could even add like some flowers to like the right-hand side of that if you wanted to fill like that space, or I don't know, even put like a little image of a mask on there if you wanted to. So there we go. DIY number 3, spread kindness wood sign. I love this because you guys know I love wood. So this is going to be a wood sign for y'all. It is not Dollar Tree. The flowers are though. Okay, so taking another decal, and I am going to be taking a wood sign or wood that I already cut and I stained weathered gray. I will leave the wood size down below. If you do not have machines, you guys, all you have to do is go into Home Depot, tell them the size you want, and they can cut it for you. It is such an easy process. So don't get discouraged that like you don't have wood or anything like that. And you don't even have to put this decal on a wood sign. You could put it on like one of those 11 by 11 Dollar Tree frames. I mean, possibilities are endless. So I'm attaching a sawtooth hanger to this, and I'm doing that first because we are going to attach hooks to the front, and that would just be a hot mess trying to attach that later. So sawtooth hanger first. Now I'm using my measuring mat to measure out where I want to put these. These are just called cup hooks, y'all. I will link anything that I use down in the description box. On this tape, I measured the halfway point so that I can put all of these in the same place, if that makes sense. And I'm just using the little hook and just pushing down on it so I know where to put them. And I'm going to do that for all 4 of these. And these cup hooks, you guys, they come in all different colors. They come smaller, like this is a smaller one. And then I do have like a bigger version of them. You could get them at Walmart, hardware stores, Amazon, I mean, all of those places. So now I'm just making sure it's semi like even. So these hooks, you guys, you can usually just press them in and like just turn them and screw them in by hand, but this wood was giving me the toughest time, so I ended up having to get my drill and just kind of lightly going in to give me like a starter, and then they went in totally fine. So there are the 4, super cute. And then we are going to attach our decal, which says spread kindness, not germs, mask up, I love you. And this is with matte 651 permanent vinyl as well. I actually went to go purchase more from a place that I always purchase my big rolls from, and they're not selling Oracle anymore, which was kind of weird. So I'm gonna have to search around. Let me know where you guys get your matte vinyl from, like the big rolls. All right, so now I'm just adhering it to my wood. Like, look at how easy. Like, compared to the blue sign, how easy this was for me to get off versus that sign. So again, taking my time, peeling it down super slowly. Hopefully I don't make you watch this whole process. I thought I edited it pretty well, but whatever. I love, just so you guys know, if you do have a Cameo or a Silhouette Design Studio, you can only get these like little tails if you pay for the Design Studio. If you have the basic edition, you can't really add the tails to them unless you like manually do it, like by welding and cutting and all that stuff. So just FYI. So these are Dollar Tree flowers, super cute, just hot gluing those girls on, and we will be done with this sign. And I might put some of these in the Etsy shop. I don't know, especially this one. I think I might keep it. I'm not sure. It's not really our colors, but it's absolutely adorable, and it has 4 hooks for us. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But I mean, come on. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Yes, it is. All right, the easiest DIY mask, sign holder, mask holder, whatever we're calling it. This is so easy. Look at how cute. It's all right, you guys. You can tell me. You could smile. She's adorable. All right, so we're using the bamboo cutting board from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree wood letters, Dollar Tree adhesive hooks. And then I am using... you guys, I'm using something different. Apple Barrel acrylic paints. And these are in matte. So taking this, I'm going to do like a messy brush on this so that you can still see some of that wood coming through there. And then I'm going to let that dry. And then we're going to go in and paint our letters. Now, I'm not used to using this paint, so I went in to do the K and I was like, whoa, that's liquidy. That is totally different than chalk paint. So I go ahead, use this. You guys remember, Dollar Tree, if you get the bag of letters, there's only 1 letter per bag. Even though we're not using duplicates in this, just a friendly reminder. Whenever I see these, I pick them up because they're like hit or miss. Okay, I feel like I've been talking so fast. So I'm wiping these on the back of my hand because I don't want to risk there being like leftover paint that dripped down there. And while I'm playing around with my placement, it get all over the black paint. So that is why I did that. So lining my board up with my measuring mat, once again, grabbing my ruler so we could get some straight lines. And then we are going to start placing them and hot gluing them, and that's all. You guys, I say this on a lot of my videos, the measuring mat. You just need to get yourself one. If I could recommend anything, it is these measuring mats. I use it every single day, every single craft, every single sign. I have one at both of my work tables. If you got like your coupon from Joann's, they can be like $10 to $20 depending how big you get them. Dollar Tree, I know they're hard to find, but have like the 8x8s of them. So pretty small ones, but they'll work. But I seriously love this measuring mat and I use it all the time. So, all right, there's my spiel. Yeah. Okay, and this is Fiskars, by the way. I would attach it in my Amazon link, but it is freaking expensive. All right. Now we're done with that. Okay, so the little adhesive hooks that we have, I did take those outside and I spray painted them a matte white, just so y'all know. So you guys need to be extra. And I thought I had the most genius way of like making sure that my holes were going to be even with each other, but that didn't work out at all. So I'm pretty sure I cut this part out and just showed you the beginning for absolutely no reason at all, because they totally came out crooked anyways. And it's literally like just by a hair, but still. I should have measured first, but my thinking process was that I wanted to be able to space out my letters and figure out where I wanted those first, and then figure out where I wanted to place my holes. So next time I'll probably measure those out first. And this drill, you guys, I think it's snap-on, and that's all I know. I will, if you guys are interested in that info, I will link it, but if not. All right, so taking Dollar Tree twine, you guys, these beads are, I will put them, but they're by Go Create Assorted Wooden Beads, 10 ounces, and they're from Walmart. And I think they're only like $4.97. They're so inexpensive. It doesn't say how many are in here. It just says 10 ounces. That's it. And there are, sorry, I'm looking at them right now. There's such a great variety in here. On this one, I do 2 different beads on here. Just go every other. Make sure you put an even number of beads on your sign, because when you hang it up, you want to be able to hang it like on the nail or whatever, right in the middle of those 2 beads. Because if you had like 19 versus 20 beads, I use 20 for this, then you would have a lopsided sign. Does that make sense? So anyways, finishing this off, we are just going to tie it up in a knot, and then we are going to move on to our little hooks, which were so easy to use. Okay, hooks. Spray painted them with matte white because, I mean, they did really look plasticky and shiny, and I just didn't think that it went with the sign. So I went ahead and just spray painted those. Now, these are adhesive, and they hold up to, I believe it says 1 pound. But you guys, I mean, they're adhesive. I mean, I stick them on my my board on the back that you guys always see, and they are sticky. But just to have a little bit more safety, I just put like a tiny, tiny dot of hot glue on there. Just, you know, added protection. Why not? I mean, we want it to live forever. So let's just double up it, okay? So I go ahead and I do that again, using my measuring mats to help guide me on where to place these. And you guys, like I've said before, Dollar Tree, like haul and swap groups, I found like 26 of these boards on there and bought them all from this lady because you can't find them in the store. I don't know if they still sell them in the store. Let me know down below, but at my store, I couldn't find them in my area. So I bought a bunch because they're perfect size for so many projects. So here we go. How adorable is that? It's like farmhouse. I could picture it like in a kitchen, and it just looks like decor instead of like this ugly like mass thing. I don't know. I think it's cute. This will probably be up for sale in my Etsy shop, so make sure to check it out, y'all. All right, so thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope this gave you a bunch of inspiration on things that you can do with Dollar Tree items, with wood, with decals, with everything. I had a lot of fun creating them, and we all, I think, know that this is going to be a part of our daily lives for a while. So I hope you guys had fun today with me, and I appreciate you so much for liking and subscribing to my videos, and I will be back soon with another one. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.